Have you ever wondered why, as a manufacturer or a producer, you end up with a substandard product, or rather, a product which is of low quality? There are several factors that can contribute to you having a substandard product or a product of low quality. Number one is the quality of your formulation or the quality of your recipe. The proportions you're using in your raw materials to come up with the finished product can make you to come up with an inferior finished product. How? If you have compromised the ratios to cut down on cost unnecessarily, then you end up having a product which is substandard. Secondly, on the formulation, if the raw materials you're using are not serving the purpose they are supposed to serve in assisting you to build up a good, premium, high quality product, then you'll end up with a substandard product. So that's one factor, which is formulation. The second one is the weight measurement. When you have come up with a formulation and the ratios are supposed to be weighed as per that formulation, and the people who are doing the weighing of materials, they are not observing precision and accuracy in weighing the materials, then you end up having junk in your production. If the formulation states that raw material A is supposed to carry 10 kgs, and the people who are doing the weighing of that material weigh less than 10 kgs, for instance, then whatever goes into your process is not what the formulation stipulates. So always ensure that the weight measurement is as per what is indicated in the original or master formulation. If you weigh materials higher than what is indicated, then you have a superior product which compromises on the cost. The product will be superior, but the cost will be so high. Number two, on what causes you to produce a substandard product is the process. The process for manufacturing your finished product should be validated in terms of all the conditions that are supposed to be observed to make sure that your product comes out as intended. These conditions include the conditions of temperature, conditions of humidity, and all other environmental conditions that are supposed to be observed to make sure that your process is moving as per what the expectations are. So sometimes you find that if you compromise on the process, or rather you follow shortcuts without following the process to the letter, then you end up having a product which does not meet the quality specifications. So once the process has been validated, follow the process to the letter without compromising the process, and you'll end up with a product which is of the highest quality. Number three is quality testing, or rather quality control of your finished product. Once your product has been manufactured a sample is supposed to be tested for conformity. Draw a sample from the main batch, take it to your quality testing laboratories, and test the product for conformance. And why are you testing? You are testing to ensure that the specifications that have been set for quality for that specific product have to be met. In case you, as the analyst, you find that a product is not conforming, or rather the product is failing some tests as per the specifications, then the product is not supposed to be released from the organization or from the factory. Reason being, if you release a product which is not conforming in terms of the test parameters, then your customers will end up consuming a product which is not good in terms of quality, or rather you'll be giving your customers a substandard product. So always ensure that a product is duly tested and approved before packing and release to your clients. In case your product fails, put your product into quarantine so that the management can advise on the next course of action. And how do you treat a product which has failed the initial tests of quality? You can either do a rework. You take the product back to the process, understanding what component is missing, contributing to a failure in a specific parameter, and you correct that. And if the product is beyond correction, then you have no other alternative than to dispose the product. Remember, you'd rather go into a loss of a product which is not performing in your factory than having a damage out there where the customers are supposed to be getting high quality products, but you're giving them substandard products. I always advise people, you better sort the issues with non-conformance within your factory's jurisdiction rather than sorting the non-conformances on the customer's end. Through that, you tarnish the image of your company, and image is everything. I hope you have understood the concept. Bye bye, till next time. Cheers.